You see that photo there? That's me getting on a private jet years ago. Nice outfit, right? But what's going through your head right now? Hang on, who is this dude? He must be successful or rich, or maybe you're thinking, not another internet phony. The truth is, my brother won a flight to Dublin on a private jet, but couldn't go because his wife was pregnant. So I went with my parents and his wife's family. Now, if you've never seen inside one of these, they look cool from the outside. But what if I told you the toilet didn't have a door, just a curtain, because it's so small in there, and that when we landed, a car picked us up and took us to a dank Holiday Inn in Dublin, and I didn't sleep a wink because it was so noisy from the drunks partying in the hall and the thin walls and the uncomfortable bed. £20,000 that cost someone, and apart from the fact it was very convenient, it wasn't a great experience. Now, Instagram wasn't really a thing then, but imagine what putting that one photo on there could have caused people to think. The moment you see something like that, your mind paints a picture. There's not a chance in hell anyone's thinking to themselves, oh, I hope you went number 2 before the flight. And here's the big issue. Before the world got so connected, I don't remember ever feeling behind. But now, every day, I feel like I'm failing. There's always someone out there doing better than me. I don't go looking for it either. Success is news, and it appears to be absolutely everywhere. The media's even turned the battle for the first trillionaire into a race, because a billionaire's not enough. Bezos could actually be sitting there thinking, man, Musk's so innovative. I feel behind. We're obsessed with comparing ourselves to others, but why? Well, Leon Festinger in 1954 explored why. He basically found that people evaluate their opinions and abilities by comparing themselves to other people for 2 reasons. To reduce uncertainty in the areas which they're comparing themselves, and second, to learn how to define themselves. He also established that we don't compare ourselves to people outside of how we view ourselves. So let me explain. Let's say you like running. You don't compare yourself to Usain Bolt, you compare yourself to people in your running club on your level, and unless you're a pro, you probably don't even worry about being close to Bolt. And it's true, Elon Musk doesn't make me feel like a failure, he's just a genius rich dude. But actually, it could be very possible that Bill Gates deep inside feels bad that he didn't start Tesla and that he is behind. The issue is that now anyone can promote themselves, so the regular people who you do compare yourselves to, because your natural instincts literally force you to, can easily make themselves look like they're more successful, better looking, or even more interesting than they are. So this means that as your brain naturally looks to these people to benchmark how to define yourselves, the benchmark gets moved into a position that you don't feel you are in, so you think you're falling behind, even though you're not. So the fakeness of social media, for example, means these natural comparisons that years ago were probably quite accurate are now no longer able to do their job of making you feel like you have a place. And the worst thing is, people judge your content on the amount of views you have and the amount of subscribers before they watch your videos, which makes sense. We trust that YouTube will show us the best stuff, so I'm not going to blame anyone. The issue is this creates a market for people to try and cheat the system, to buy their own success. There are tons of websites where you can buy views, likes, subscribers, even dislikes from now. Buying views because you want to look like people actually watch your content is the same thing as taking a photo of that private jet. To the outside world, for a few seconds, people will think, oh look, they're doing okay. But inside, you'll know that actually you're on a £20,000 flight trying to do a wee as quietly as you can behind a curtain so no one can hear you. So you probably guessed from the title of this video, but seeing as this channel is totally new, I wanted to dive deeper into the seedy world of paying people to promote your videos. And what happened actually surprised me. So sit back and enjoy this story of lies, 1,150 views and more lies. So my channel is new. I can risk it getting blacklisted or trashed. So I searched for a while and there was a lot out there about getting views or subs. People offering to rank your videos for a small fee, the kind of thing you'd expect. But every advert I came across seemed really scammy. And that was pretty much when I found exactly that. An advert that said, I'll embed your video into 113 high PR ranked websites. So I messaged her asking to see a list of the websites where they would be embedded. I think it's a her anyway, and she sent me this list. Apparently she couldn't give me the exact list because she didn't want to give away all of her secrets. Which of course left me really skeptical. But I thought, you know what, it's £10, all of the other ads are clearly just bots. This could be okay, so I commissioned her. Now, this part is pretty sad for me, actually. I have a smallish network on LinkedIn, another YouTube channel with about, 5,000 subscribers. I'm in some Facebook groups where I promoted it, and I was really happy with the amount of comments that came in supporting me, as well as the views and likes to start. And a few days passed, I was pretty relieved because it looked like I'd just been scammed and someone had taken £10. But then I woke up one morning and suddenly the video had 600 views, then 1,000, then 1,250. I honestly felt crushed. I'd lost all of the stats that mattered now. Who knows how many views were from people who actually cared about this content. And with that, I watched my retention rate crash too. These views came in fast, but the view times were low, 40, 50, 30 seconds. The regret hurt. I had no data to show me what people really thought of my first video. I was almost willing the views to stop coming in. I was checking my phone every 20 minutes and seeing more and more arrive. And then my phone went. A message. It said, wow, that video's done amazing. I mean, what should I say? I'm not the sort of person who wants to lie about this sort of thing, and it's going to cause more of an issue if I do. This was always part of a project, so I fessed up. And just like that, the views stopped. A few more trickled in over the coming days, and then I received a notification that the work was complete. So you can see where your views come from on YouTube. If they come from a website, you can find that out. I looked at my data and 1,150 views had come from YouTube in India. I was not happy. I mean, looking back, yes, it was obvious that I wasn't going to discover a super useful way to promote my videos in a legitimate way anyway. But I hate being lied to, so I confronted them, and this is where it got really weird. So I'm going to read out my conversation. So I started off trying to be pleasant and asked again where the views came from, which I was once again met with a list of domain names, but not full URLs. She said she wouldn't tell me the exact location, which sounds super legit. I then asked for some screenshots because my data was showing no traffic from domain names outside of YouTube. She then told me that YouTube doesn't show you this data, which it 100% does. We argued for a while, and she told me she had thousands of positive reviews and not to order from her again if I didn't like it. She doesn't have thousands of reviews. Then she changed her tone and told me to look at one of her other channels because she drove traffic from them using end screens. And this is where it got weird. Just look at this channel. 33,000 subscribers in a video that just says XXL, which has nearly 3 million views. A channel full of words and videos that are just seconds long with millions and millions of views. And then there's loads of videos on there for the game Never Have I Ever too. She went on to tell me that she stopped the traffic to my video after 1,000 views. The next day I woke up and to my joy, all the views were gone. So I asked why, and she said that was just YouTube updating its servers. And that's where I left it with Xavier1313. It was a bit emotional. I think the most important takeaway from this, other than not to buy views because they won't do anything, is not to try and look like something you're not. It just ends up fueling the fire and causing damage. Every time you fake it, you're throwing off someone's natural instinct who finds safety in comparing themselves to you with a facade. And for me, that's one of the main reasons not to do this, followed closely by the fact that they won't help you grow your YouTube channel at all. Not one bit. In fact, by not having your data from real views that you can react to, you're actually stopping it from growing and you're just wasting your money. I hope you can forgive me for buying views, but I hope it's opened your eyes to why you shouldn't do it. So over the coming months, I'm going to be making a lot of videos about Fiverr, outsourcing, marketing, and growing a side hustle, as well as marketing your own content. So if you enjoyed this, found it useful, and you don't think that I'm a total crook, please hit subscribe and check out some of the other videos on the channel.